thank you for having me and for inviting me along. I'm so incredibly honoured to be here to talk to you about these amazing new ink pads that are coming to you next week. Wherever you are in the world watching, whether you're going to be watching them on QVC or in the USA over on HSN, they're coming to you and you're going to be able to access all of these brand new techniques. Now, beautiful colours, tick. The new get your words, get your teeth in, ergonomic shape, Leann. Now, if you've seen our shimmer ink pads, you know that these nestle beautifully in the palm of your hand. Where would you like me? There you go. Nestle beautifully in the palm of your hand so they're nice and comfortable. I know what you want to know is what is different about a Duet ink pad. A Duet ink pad is a fusion of a water reactive pigment and a chalky chalk ink, so that it will separate and give you that weathered look where you can get beautiful deep enriched pigment colour that will blend and move and work with water, but then when you add water it separates out into a white look and feel. So they give you opacity like a pigment ink pad but manoeuvrability like a water reactive ink pad. It's bringing them both together and adding that extra white chalk finish in there that really does make them the most incredible technique-based ink pad that we have ever, and I make no bones about it, brought to you in the Spectrum Royal Crafters Companion range. Let me show you what I mean by that. Here is a piece of white cardstock that was inked up with the ink pads that we've got for you. Okay. And you can see the opacity on there is absolutely exceptional, and you've got those beautiful colour ombres, and that started as white cardstock. So beautiful blendability. When you add your water and you start to do your effects, rather than getting the full bleached look, you get this fantastic, almost magic kind of separation of the colour with that white halo, that chalky effect, which really is exceptionally beautiful. When you use them through stencils, the blendability and the ombre you get in the colour, the deep, sharp opacity, almost printed look you get is absolutely second to none. They are so beautiful, beautiful to use. All of the techniques that you can do with a pigment ink pad, a quick dry ink pad, a harmony water reactive ink pad, all of them can be done with this one Duet ink pad. So it brings together all of the family and puts it into one ink pad for you and then adds that beautiful reactive chalky finish. So let me show you how quick and easy they are to use. Amazing. I've just got a piece of regular watercolour cardstock here. And we're going to blend an ombre. Now, I just like to go straight in with my ink onto the card from the ink pad. And I like to get a good amount of that colour down. When I've got that colour down, then I need to blend that out. Okay. So I will just blend it out and smooth it out. Now I can pick up extra bits of colour to fill in the gaps from my ink pad, but taking the ink pad direct to the card straight away allows you to get intense colour down very, very quickly. It's just time saving, Ben. And when you've got to get through a lot, then you've got to take, you've got to find the quick time to do it.
A lot of jaws on the floor in the comments, with Gareth, my favourite comment, saying, "What in the Hogwarts magic is this?"
Well, I'm so happy that you're loving them. They really are great. Now, you can use your blending brushes. You can use your blending tools if you want to. I'm being a bit naughty here and giving you a little sneak peek of something that will be coming to you very soon. On the show. They're going to be on the show. Well, there you go then. Our beautiful new blending brushes are going to be on the show for you and they work brilliantly. Look at the opacity and the colour that you get there. Take your next colour, Ben. And then you're just working it in. So you're going to take it direct to the card and you can overlap. So the other thing about these ink pads is the colour is layerable and they are absolutely delicious. And look, anybody can pick an ink pad up and swirl it around on a piece of white card, Ben. It makes it so, so easy to achieve these absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful results.
Just whilst we're watching you, I've got to read a few comments. There's a lot of excitement here. Julie saying, "I need these ink pads." Oh God, Leann, says Lindsay. Why, oh why are you doing this to me? I'm going to have to get myself another credit card. That's from Lindsay.
You do what you need to, Lindsay. No judgment here. We're all in the game together.
We are.
Now look, when I use my brush and I just literally took that ink pad to the watercolour card, look how beautiful I can get that smooth ombre and finish, and really starts to look beautiful. And you can fill in your little areas, and of course there's texture showing here because it's a watercolour cardstock, not a smooth cardstock. If you do it on a smooth card, you'll get a different look and feel. So you can see that there. So you can do it on a smooth multi-purpose card if you want to. You don't have to do it on the textured.
Yeah.
So entirely up to you. So next colour, can I just tell you quickly how to clean your brush as well?
Yep.
Spritzer, very light perfume waft on a piece of kitchen towel. Rub your brush on there, which means it's not wet, but what it's done is take any residue ink off. The density of the bristle holds the ink on the surface of the brush. It doesn't sink into the bristles, which means you can do that and move to another colour and blend, and you won't get any contamination.
Oh, perfect.
So that's why they're great.
Yeah.
Just going to clean this away for now for a second. Move to my next colour, my third colour to ombre down here. And I'm just going to go straight in with that, exactly as I did with my others.
Oh, that's gorgeous. What do you call that? What's that one called?
This one is called Raspberry Ripple.
Raspberry Ripple. That is beautiful,
Okay, so we
isn't it?
just take that in there, and while it's still wet, take our brush. And notice I've used the same brush for every colour. I haven't changed. Now I'm not getting any contamination because I just did that little clean beforehand. And we can go in and fill in the spots.
Yeah.
And I won't take too much longer. We'll just leave it at that because that's how you do your opaque finish.
Amazing.
Now we're going to add the water. So a couple of different ways you can do it. You can use your spritzer if you want to. And I've put mine down somewhere, so I'll find it in a second. It was here
It's
2 minutes
disappeared
ago.
like magic.
It's like magic.
Oh,
It's
yeah, it's
the
probably to your right-hand side.
I-
You wafted it, didn't you?
I wafted it and it's
And
gone.
wafted it,
Doesn't
it's
matter.
gone.
I'm going to use this. I'm going to do the flicking technique instead.
Okay.
Did I go on to be rock a block? No, never mind. Right, so water on the fingers.
Yeah.
Brent's bringing you a new spritzer, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Brent. Gorgeous human.
You threw it over the other side of the studio,
Thank
that's
you.
what
I
happened.
throw it over there and disgust. Right. So just water on my fingers and I'm flicking it at the card. So you've done this before.
Yeah.
You've seen it happen lots of times. But what you will see now is instead of it bleaching it out, it starts to react and you get that white chalky finish starting to show itself. The longer the water is on there, the more that white chalky finish will be obvious.
That's a great effect.
So you can just leave it to dry
Yeah.
on its own, and it isn't bleaching that out, it's bringing the white chalk in the ink to the surface. So you can leave that to dry naturally, or you can heat it with a heat tool. If it gets to a certain point where you think, I don't want any more white, I'm happy with that level of white on my project and I want the reaction to stop, that's when you get your heat gun out and blast it.
Yeah.
And it will stop the reaction with the chalky effect. It will inhibit any future involvement of that chalky effect and set that design on your card. Okay, so we've done that. Now, while that's drying, I'm going to cut to a bit that's already dry, Ben, because we don't want to watch that, it's boring. So I'm going to come to my piece that I did on smooth cardstock and take a stencil, because now I want to show you how you can layer the colours over. This is bone dry. It's been done for a few days, so it's nice and dry. You don't have to wait a few days. You're only going to need to wait, oh, I don't know, a couple of hours, something like that. You know, just let it dry. Depends how warm your environment is. That's a bit sticky. I'm going to take a bit of that off there. Don't want it too sticky. Put my stencil on over the top, just where I would like some texture. These stencils are definitely going to be available for you. I think these are on the show as well from, I'm not the person with the expert on what's on the show. I'm not going to lie. They know what's on the show.
Look at the booklet.
Yeah, just it's in the
That's
booklet.
what Sarah said. Look in the booklet. I forgot about the booklet, Sarah. Look at the booklet. You'll find everything that's
In the
available there. In the booklet. And then with your brush or your blending tool, take your ink through your stencil, and what you'll be able to do, and if this was a Harmony Water Reactive pen, this wouldn't work because you would get a different colour. With these inks, they're layerable. So you can layer a new colour on top of a dry colour underneath and still see the new colour, is what I'm explaining to you here. So just going through the stencil, just, you know, roughly wherever you would like it to be, when you pull that up, you can see the effect you get is absolutely superb. And we haven't been able to achieve that with any of our ink pads to date. So you can layer brand new colours on top of colour on top of colour and get those beautiful results. What you can also do is use them to stamp detail. So let's say I wanted to add some little bits of texture in there. I can take that purple or another colour. I'll just keep using the purple, I've got it here. And just with an acrylic stamp, I can ink that up. And these are in the booklet too, I've remembered. We can layer that up and start to bring our texture in. So you can do beautiful stamped, delicate texture. And you see you can layer those colours up on top of each other and really start to create those beautiful layered textural mixed media pieces that you would normally need 3 different ink pads for, but you can do it with one ink pad. And it really does makes it so easy and fabulous to do. Do some of your silhouette stamping over the top if you want to as well. So I'm just going to use one of the fairies that we've got, and I'm going to use an alcohol-proof one here.
Just a few more comments coming through. Kim says, I still have a kidney for sale. I mean, that is extreme measures. I know there's so many great things on this show, but, you know, whatever works for you. And Kirsty says, do you really need to buy food and pay your bills? I'm sure I can save money by not doing that, so I can buy everything that's being shown today. There's so much love for these. Oh no, says Lindsay, not just inks and blending brushes. Come on guys, you are killing me. Patricia says, love these ink pads and the colours are just beautiful. Alex Ray says, these ink pads are a game changer. These are the colours. Oh, what are you doing there? I didn't notice you there.
I've been sat watching Leann show like this.
Oh, yeah. You're in the VIP seat. We've literally both been like that.
The VIP seat, this is it.
Yeah, welcome.
We're in the VIP seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to do any work here, you just chit-chat everybody's seat.
Yeah, and give away the Duet Inkpad in just a few moments' time. We're gonna give those away. Sorry, Leann, back to you.
Absolutely no problem. So I've just stamped a fairy on there, and I've used my alcohol proof. These stamps are all definitely in the booklet. They're absolutely fantastic. So I'm just using one of the larger ones here on the rocker block, and I'm going to put a little bit in the corner. And I think what you can see is that you're able to layer beautiful different effects. Now I could do black silhouettes here if I wanted to. Yeah. Or I could do them with I'm going to do black. And I'll tell you why. You can also faux bleach with these. So look, every single technique you can complete with a quick dry, a pigment and a Harmony Water reactive in the past. You can complete with these. Plus, you've got that white chalk. Now, can I just bring this in? It's dried. Look, absolutely. This is the one I did earlier. Yeah. Look at the white chalky.
Incredible.
Once you leave it to dry, it continues to react. The first minute you put the water on, it doesn't look, you think, well, mine's not working. Yeah. But just leave it for a couple of minutes and you start to see that beautiful reaction where that chalky effect comes to the front. And the effect when you ink with these, it's a flat black matte, not black, a flat matte chalky effect. Yes. Because you've got that hybrid fusion of pigment, dye and that textural white ink in there.
I feel like you could do the rest of the show on these, Leann.
Have I took too long?
Wrap it up, Chipmunk.
Do you want me to stop?
You're making me look bad.
Okay, so I'm just going to show you what else you can do with these. We're just building a little, a little sample piece. Take your water on a paintbrush, and to get some light in the little seed heads, paint your water in. Leave it a couple of seconds so you can just decide these are the areas where I would like a little bit more highlight in there. Do that.
Lindsay's asking, could I use these alongside things like the glitter paste, my metallics?
Absolutely, all of the above.
Yeah.
So do that, mop that away. I see I've dropped a bit of water there, but never mind, doesn't matter. Keep doing that, pick it up, and then what you can do finally is also watercolour with them. Yeah. I can add a different colour down there, pick it up and add that into my seed head.
Incredible.
So I can bring that extra colour in there, and because I'm just using the 3 colours that I used to blend the background, it then means that that whole thing comes together as one piece, and it's just using the ink pads in all of the different ways that they've been created. Did I mention you could heat emboss with them, Ben?
You can or cannot?
You can.
Get out of town.
That's the true story. You can heat emboss with them,
What
truly.
the-
Every single technique you can do with that, you can do them with, and you will get the most incredible results. It is the ink pad launch that I, in the 13 years that I've worked for Crafters Companion, I'm the most excited about.